Hey everybody, this is Edgewind.
And Ruiner.
And we are watching Season 1, Episode 4, Applebuck Season. Now, we've just looked at YouTube, and it turns out we have 50 billion subscribers. And that is more people on the planet than there is on the line. So, how we got that many subscribers, we do not know, but we'd like to thank you for it. And this is also my ego talking and dreams of being something huge. But, alright, here we go. So, I actually like this episode. I can relate to Applejack here. And the reason is, I'm legally blind. And you'd be surprised how many people, with the exception of present company, who know better, want to help you with a lot of stuff. And I will admit, I get stubborn. And there are probably there are definitely times where I do need help. And I will be like Applejack. I don't need no help from no pony. Sorry, couldn't help it. But, it's a great... This one wasn't just a good episode overall for everyone else, but for me specifically, it was a good lesson in humility. You know, sometimes you gotta suck it up and say, yes, you need help, or I need help, whatever. But that's what I really liked about it. Okay, we're done. Turn it off.
No. Well, I guess we could just stop here if you wanted.
Yeah, but
we're already at the worst part of it right here.
Yeah, I know, but then we wouldn't be getting paid.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
All that
theoretical dollars.
All those theoretical YouTube dollars.
If you get that reference, go give yourself a cookie.
Or an apple.
No, you need a cookie. But
was it? Oh yeah. Big Macintosh talks a bit more.
I know. This, and with like a handful of other times he ever speaks, it's like whenever Big Mac speaks, it's something important.
And apparently it was about mathematics.
2 + 2 was fish.
One floating plus dozens of apple trees.
That just don't add up. That would probably be me if I ever went to San Francisco or Los Angeles or something. Everyone else be freaking out. Buildings are coming around me. Hey guys, look what I can do with my voice! Someone get a can of soda and put it on the sidewalk. Or just during the earthquake, just get a can of diet soda and some Mentos and go in the middle of the street and see what happens.
Is Winona the first pet that they introduce?
Yeah, I think. Are we not counting Spike?
Oh.
But yes, she is.
Yeah.
And then it's Winona, and then I think it's Rarity's cat next. I don't know. We'll find out as we go down the
the list.
Yeah.
The episodes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Winona's definitely the first. And once again, not once again. I'm gonna say, once again to you. This kind of shows how I think there is some kind of bigotry in the world of Equestria.
Yeah. Because,
ponies and even donkeys apparently live in houses and stuff. Everybody else gets to stay in a pen outside.
Yeah, I mean, you even see the sheep talk.
Yeah. Like, you could have just asked, wham! Or in the better Friendship is Witchcraft version, I've been falsely accused!
Bam. Like, I remember hearing that, like, I can't remember what the exact words were, but they were saying that all hoofed creatures are sentient, so they can think and talk like that.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, it was during the Billy Vanilli episode where they someone pointed out, I can't remember who it was that I saw, but someone pointed out that there was a deer in the pen where all the adoptable critters were. And as last I checked, deer have hooves. So.
They do. I've been around several baby deer, and last I checked, they had hooves too. Rarity. I like Rarity's character.
Now, that's one thing I thought about, like that they did really great with the characters. Like they're all so different,
and they work off each other well. That's called chemistry, good character chemistry, and very few shows, well, in my opinion anyway, don't do that. But one show, I don't know how many of you have seen this. I hope a lot of you have. With freaking teen generation and whatnot, I'm getting pissed off. But check out the show MASH if you haven't. those are great. Doesn't matter how the cast changes, every person they bring in or stays for the duration of the show, whatever, they all work great with each other. The characters flow off one another. There are great contrasts and similarities. I love the characters in MASH because they work just like the main six do. They don't always click, but they make it work in such a way. It's like a well-oiled fucking machine. I love it.
Well, what I was gonna say is like how they make them so that each character has their own strengths and weaknesses and all that.
Oh yeah.
And even like even the characters, like the weaknesses that I don't like it's I still like the characters. So like for instance, Rarity and her just her.
She tends to be narcissistic a lot.
Yeah, and even with that, I don't hate her. There are very few ponies that I actually, or well, characters in all that I just don't. It's not that I don't hate them.
You just don't like them. Like Lightning Dust is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Lightning Dust is a good example when you just look out for yourself. And you know the detriment to that is that others can get hurt. And once again, I don't know if he's gonna agree with me on this, but if you're watching this and you haven't started watching the show yet, the fuck? Turn this off and go to Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, whatever. Fix the problem. Watch everything, seasons 1 through 4. Then you can come back and hear our comments. Because there will be spoilers. And I just don't give a damn.
I love how everyone stops to look at Spike. Like, is it speaking out of turn?
Lovingly mistreated. Like I said, lovingly mistreated.
It's so bright and shiny and...
Well, she is really...
Now, is she tired or is she high? That's what I want to know. I've seen several people who have been on, I won't name what drugs, but, you know, around shiny things, they are like this. However, to the contrary, I've seen people who have been, you know, stoned on some pretty good fucking weed. And I've played them in chess, and they are like fucking chess masters. No, seriously, I've seen it. Like, I met some people who were dumb as crap. But, you know, they get a little bit of kush in them, and, you know, they're fucking Albert Einstein.
I swear I'm gonna kill you, this pet fly of yours.
I got a fly in this apartment. I'm too blind to kill it. Ruiner's too slow to catch it. So, just ignore it. If it lands on the microphone, I don't think it'll be a problem. Will it?
I don't think so.
I don't want it to land on the mic and then in the middle of we're talking, we're just gonna hear. Oh, shut up! Don't be a smartass.
Apple magnetic buckets.
I know, right?
Baskets.
I would like to see an episode that just explains how the Apple family learned the physics behind getting apples to land in buckets perfectly.
Hey, there's an empty one back there. You're slacking off. There's a bunch empty.
You lazy broad. This scene was cute, but I felt like the teleportation was a bit unnecessary. Although theatrics is a very good way to get your point across.
Yeah.
Like when I had my gun to the cashier's heads, I mean, never mind.
It's what the apple family calls harvesting time. We gather all the apples from the trees so we can sell them. But why are you doing it all alone?
Oh, wait, hold on a minute. She points at something really cool here.
What about all those relatives I met when I first came to Ponyville? Can't they help? They were just here for the Apple family reunion. They actually live all over Equestria and are busy harvesting.
Apple family reunion.
So, how about my own?
You see, you know, I like how we actually it gets its own episode, you know, 2 seasons down the road, but hey, we see it. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I had totally forgotten that Applejack mentions it in this episode.
You did?
Yeah. I don't know if it was you, dude, or not, but someone's like, she talks about it before, and then I was thinking, like, yeah, why were they all there? Were they there for the Summer Sun celebration, or what was the deal? So I went back and I checked this episode. I'm like, oh yeah, son of a bitch.
It's amazing how many like the small things you'll miss like that.
Yeah, I know.
Like the very obvious things.
That's a good writing staff. You know, something. I heard it. I think I heard it best on think it was Red Letter Media actually said sometimes, he's referring to CGI, but this can also apply to story points as well. Sometimes the best details are the ones you don't see. Or in this case, you don't hear. We totally forgot that, hey, they mentioned the Apple Family Reunion. So the first time I heard about the episode Apple Family Reunion, I was like, oh, that could be cool. We've never seen anything like that before. And then, of course, I get enlightened, and I go back, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, that just makes it 20% cooler.
Speaking of continuity, as you noticed in the beginning, Mac had a bandage, like his waist was bandaged up because he was injured.
Yeah.
Supposedly it had something to do with the last episode where something about he lost the bet to Applejack and the loser had to wear Granny's girder.
Oh yeah, girdle's going on your waist.
Yeah, and so supposedly that's why he was injured, because girder incident.
Nice.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Splat.
Fly.
Just ignore the goddamn thing. For fuck's sake.
No.
If it lands on you, just crush it. And if it makes you feel better, it's only got... What time is it now?
So 1 minute to 7.
Okay, then it's only got a few more hours to live anyway. And then it will die.
A few more hours too many. Genius.
Oh god. I love the thing from Anthology about this.
Well, the very end though, like.
Yeah.
Because they took parts from other parts of Rainbow Dash flying.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Peter.
Yeah, from Family Guy.
Yeah, writing.
And here we go. Boom. Yeah.
No, it's right here.
Yeah. I love how she doesn't look too concerned at the fact that Dash might have just a minor thing, but broken ribs. At those speeds going over a hardwood railing.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not like she's never been to the hospital.
Oh, true. I mean, I'm sure when Dash comes in, it's like, oh, hey, Dash, your room's ready.
Probably. That'd be hilarious. That'd be a future episode.
Yeah.
Hey, Dash. Hello, hey, Rainbow Dash. The flying accident?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, your room's ready.
You see, I've been exhausted, maybe not to this extent, but when I've been fatigued, my hearing has not diminished, but I will admit, I don't pay attention to a lot of what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't need to yell like an old fuck, but I don't listen that well.
I remember, I can't remember what he was doing, or what he did afterwards. One of my cousins apparently was laying in his bed, tired, like just from the day's work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom comes in and starts asking him, like, what does he want to eat? And he was responding to her. He was like, I don't know. And she's like, oh, well, we're going to this restaurant. Do you want anything from there? And he gave his answer. And apparently later on, when they came back with the food, he woke up to. They woke him up so he can eat. And he's like, oh, how'd you know what I wanted? And his mom's like, you told me.
Yeah, I've had moments like that where you kind of, I don't know, like amnesia or some shit. Like you don't remember what the fuck you said.
Okay, Sakura.
What was that?
This.
Chips.
You can see the squishiness of Pinky right there.
Yeah, I don't think Pinky has any bones in her body.
She's an octopus, but without the beak. So
she's got like a licorice whip with them giant worm, that kind of gummy stuff. Yeah, that makes up her skeletal structure. Alright, now I know you're tired, but this seems like a very bad lapse in judgment.
The last one especially.
I mean, I know, fatigue can do very detrimental things to your judgment. Hundreds of car accidents every year prove that, but still, I mean, this, forgive the dark humor, but, it just, I don't know, this one just seems a little too far-fetched. And Derpy Hooves!
You can hear her say muffins.
I love Derpy Hooves.
Well, you can see and hear her say muffins.
Yeah. I wish Hasbro would get, like, Pierce Schmolder to be the official voice of Derpy. That would be so awesome.
Oh, so hey, technically that was her first line.
Yeah.
Not the other one that everyone knows of, where with
that.
I just don't know.
No, Muffins was first, man. But I just thought about it. We're watching this on Netflix. Are we gonna have to sit through the edited version, or do we get the good version?
What are you talking about?
Of Derpy. Are we gonna get the one where she's actually Derpy, or are we gonna get the one where she's actually politically correct?
Oh, good question. We'll find out.
I don't want to find out. I don't want to.
Let's just skip that one.
Yeah, I mean, you all can imagine.
Ignorance is bliss.
You can imagine our commentary to that one for yourselves, people.
She's so adorable there.
Once again, I'm relating very much to Applejack here. Anyone with a disability, it doesn't matter what it is, could be blindness, could be hard of hearing, have a little trouble, I'm not gonna say paraplegic, but there's all kinds of disabilities out there, more than I could name and probably know of. I just kind of know of blindness because that's most people that I know who have disabilities are blind. But you all want to, we all have to at one point or other accept we are gonna have to have help. But we all like to try and make it on our own first. I mean, who wants to have someone else carry your weight all the time? It's not a good feeling. But there's also a difference between that and just being asininely stubborn like Applejack is doing. I think she's fully aware she's in over her head, and she doesn't want to admit it more to herself than to anybody else.
You don't even need that. I'm pretty much the same way also. I kind of refuse to ask for help most of the time.
I think you're one of the few people I will ask for help from. Like, are you, Andy? I'll definitely ask Andy for help. Like, hey, like when we were in course together, I said, I can't see in a dark stage, and back then I didn't have a mobility cane. Now I do, which I only ever use at night. And half the time I don't know where it is. Oh, no, wait, there it is. It's over there by the door. That's right. But he would be what's called a sighted guide, and he would help me get her to the stage and whatnot. And when I learned that there are things like magnifying glasses and whatnot, special kinds for people with vision problems you can use, and I was proverbially kicking and screaming as far as when it came to using them, because I didn't like being any more different than I already was. It causes you the victim of being a lot of ridicule, so I didn't feel like putting up with it. But you gotta swallow your pride at some point, for better or for worse.
I love Winona so much. She's so...
She is. Like the scene with her when the CMC is taking care of her and they get a giant industrial blow dryer for her.
she just like...
That happy face. What is it with dogs and trying to lick the air when it's like blasted in their face? Like, does your husky do that?
No, she doesn't. I was gonna say, like, can't she get Angel to talk to them and be hey, come here, I need you to come over here.
See, this is one of those moments where I'm kind of confused. I mean, I know Fluttershy has the ability to communicate with animals. Or is this her just not being assertive enough, or is this them not listening?
Actually, they're supposed to be baby bunnies, so maybe they don't really understand that well right now yet.
Okay.
That could be it. And so she needed Applejack's help to round them up.
Where's a shotgun and a few rounds of buckshot when you need it? Rabbit's delicious.
Oh, the horror. How we... Oh, the horror. The unspeakable horror.
The unspeakable horror. Really, I mean, if I was a pony therapist and I got PTSD victims coming into my door because of this, I'd be doing a case study of Ponyville.
I actually used to listen to another podcast called 2 Cents, and it was actually a furry podcast.
I like furries,
but I listened to it because I liked the comedian that was on the host of the show. He was hilarious most of the time.
What was his name?
The Renting Griffin.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
And there was always a theme about eating bunnies. He would make a joke like they're too cute. They're hideously cute. They must all die. We must. That's why we eat them.
Oh, poor Applejack. I hate that feeling like sometimes at work I think I've completed a whole bunch of monumental shit ton of work, and then they'll be like, no, you just did this half of the room. Now you got to do that half. It's very distressing, and there are times I've wanted to fall over too like that, like ah!
Yes, please. I could really use your help.
Ah!
Their nose looks so weird right at this angle. Applejack's nose.
Yeah.
It looks so weird.
The pony muzzle in general, for females it all seems to be universal, but for males it varies and whatnot. But it's so weird. I mean, it's better than how it looked in the 80s, the 90s, and we don't even mention the other one. But
X.
yes, yeah, that's right. I'm Edgewind, and I also still got my big knife. We can take care of G3 real quick, and I'll do it for a freaking Klondike bar.
Huh, so I wonder if she bought those, or if they actually have little soda bottles with apples on them and straws.
I'm sure there are places you can go to get your own custom stuff. Maybe that's what I mean. If she's half the business pony we believe her to be, she would probably be investing in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you could talk, Spike.
That's
you see that's another sign right there that he's a pet. He eats from the trash.
It's pretty gross, Spike. What's wrong with you?
And now that I've thrown up in my mouth a bit, we can end this episode.
Alright, see you next time.